I am Sara Leib, your host, and this is Singing Television. And together, you and I, we are making singing simple. It's nice to see you today, and I was asking around for questions here at LA Music Academy, where I teach. It's the bomb. And somebody said, how do I get better? And I thought, that's a great question. How do I get better? How do I get better at singing? It's a very simple question, and yet, for some reason, in this country, we seem to have this idea about singing, that you're either born with it or you're not. Now, if you were going to medical school to become a surgeon, you wouldn't say, I just have to be a good surgeon. You might say, am I good with my hands? Right? Can I move my hands without shaking? All that kind of stuff. All of the things that maybe, are you very technical? Do you like science? Are you good at math and science, right? Then you can you may be a good surgeon or a good doctor. How do I become a good singer? Do you have a good ear? Do you like music? Do you like to work hard? That's how you become a good singer. You become a good singer by practicing and working hard at doing that. And in order to practice, you've got to work hard at it, right? Guitar players, famous guitar players, Eric Clapton, John Mayer, these people who are good, like bluesy guitarists, they didn't get good at guitar by not practicing. So you have to practice. So why do you have to practice? And later, after this episode, I'm going to take one that's all about, it's got another warm-up, my favorite warm-up. How to practice. Do your warm-ups. It's great to practice along singing songs, to sing along with the radio in the car, and all that kind of stuff. However, your vocal cords, and by cords I mean vocal folds, the two muscles that are right behind this thyroid cartilage, right, that makes up, in men you can see it much better, it's otherwise known as the Adam's apple. Your vocal cords or vocal folds are actually muscle. And you have to build muscle in order for something to work right? So you wouldn't go and run a marathon and go like, okay, I want to run a marathon. I have a very dear friend who runs marathons. I think she's crazy. I think it's amazing. I can't run a marathon. Look at me. I am not built like a marathoner. But I'm built like a singer. But you get the idea. The idea is that she wouldn't go out and say, I want to run a marathon, then run a mile, then run 2 miles, and then run a marathon. That is way, I mean, she would like fall over. You'd keel over if you're trying to run a marathon in like a day. It takes weeks and months and months and months. And in 6 months or a year, then maybe you're ready to run the marathon. You know, half marathon first, and then the full marathon, right? So you run a mile a day, and then 2 miles a day. 2 miles a day for a while, then 5 miles a day, then 10 miles a day. And then you run your half marathon, and after that, then maybe you're going to be ready to go on to a marathon, right? Nobody would do something crazy like, oh, I'm just going to run a marathon tomorrow. They wouldn't finish. In the same way, you can't just become a singer. For some reason in this country we have this idea that you're born this way or not. So if you grew up singing in church, that is wonderful, or synagogue, or mosque, or anything, right? That's great. However, I don't want somebody performing brain surgery on me if they haven't been to medical school. Which isn't to say you have to go to music school, you have to come here to another music school in order to be a good singer. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is you do have to practice. There's that famous quote that says, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice, 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 right? How do you get there? Like as if asking for directions. It's funnier when I'm not telling it. I'm not good at telling jokes. But so you have to practice, and in order to practice, you have to sing your warm-ups, your vocal exercises, and you have to do it daily. If you're really serious about it, you'll do it daily. If not, if you just kind of want to get better, and you're an amateur, and you just kind of want to like, you know, my boyfriend or girlfriend wants to hear me sing, I want to sing them a song, and I just want to be better at it, fine. Practice a couple days a week to get better at it. Sing with the warm-ups. They're right up here on the website under warm-ups. You can sing along with them. They're easy, and there'll be more that will come soon. So, practicing is a big thing. Doing your warm-ups and your exercises, big thing. Also doing some breathing exercises, and that's also on the breathing episode. I think it was episode number 5, not sure yet. But how to take a singing breath. There are breathing exercises on that episode. So I really hope you'll check it out. And in order to get better at singing, you really have to practice. And that's what we do here at Singing TV. We just really want to make a place that you can come to in order for it to be a guide for you to get through what it is you need to do. Some of us were not so good, myself included, at having a daily schedule of this is what I have to do, la 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 la. I'm just not. I wish I were, I'm not. But if I have something to move along with, or if I have somebody to work with, like a partner I do this study with, or something like that, I get very good at doing the things that I needed to do to get it done. So sometimes I make a schedule for myself, and that schedule could be, you know, warm-ups, a half hour, doing something else, a half hour, eat breakfast, eat lunch, eat dinner, right? You just gotta schedule it in for yourself, if that's what you're serious about, right? We go to the gym and exercise those muscles, we buy elliptical machines, we do whatever we do, and you have to, you really, I mean, I don't mean for this to be like you have to do this, I'm telling you so, but it really is true. That's how you get better. You get better by practicing. And by practicing, I mean exercises and warm-ups. Those are really a big deal and a big thing for singers. And I hope that you'll practice, right? You didn't get, maybe you're an advertiser, and you're in advertising. Maybe you're a chef. Whatever it is that you do for a living, you didn't get good. You weren't born good at it. You may have been born with something that made you sort of inclined towards that. Maybe if you're a cook, you love food, and you love pleasing people, and both of those things you can do as a cook, right? So maybe you went to culinary school, or maybe you became a line chef and worked your way up. Whatever it is, and however you do it, you got to be able to work at it, right? If I have rosemary scones that I love to make. Well, I made them a number of times before I found like the recipe that I really, really liked and kind of perfected the recipe. Same with my favorite jerk chicken that I love to make. I had to try it out a bunch of times, and you know, how much allspice, how much nutmeg, how much cinnamon, how much black pepper. You got to get the levels right, and in order to do that, you got to practice, and you got to practice, and you got to practice. So the next episode, we're going to get to some more warm-ups that you can do, and I hope that you'll subscribe, you'll become a subscriber, and you'll really check out. If you want to be better at something, all you have to do is practice. Not that big a deal, right? Luckily, this is not brain surgery. You don't have to go to medical school and pay $35,000, $40,000 a year to do it. All you have to do is come to Singing TV. So, how to get better at singing is the answer. Practice. This is Singing Television. I am Sara Leib, and we're making singing simple. See you next time.